What's up guys, Dan from 4Runner Bros here, and today we're going to be installing a new head unit in the 4Runner, and it's the Idoing 12.3 head unit, and I'm super stoked to get this thing running in the 4Runner. Let's go. Alright guys, so what comes in the box is obviously your stereo. This thing is clean. It's a 12.3 inch display with the redirect vents. I'm excited to see how this is going to pan out in the 4Runner. It looks super clean, high quality. Once we get this installed, obviously we'll go through the software and see how that feels, but it's supposed to have newer software than the stereo I have now, so I'm excited for that as well. Yeah, and it's pretty simple, clear cut. You can do this definitely from your garage. So this is the air vent redirect. You get two of those, obviously, and then you get your wiring harness, which has the wires, connectors, and antennas and all that good stuff. And then they included some pry tools, which I think is really cool because these are super useful. And then you get that bracket to hold down those new AC vent redirect brackets. So yeah, this is gonna be helpful, and that's pretty much everything that comes in the box. Now let's go over everything and see how we're gonna install it. Got a couple of things here, so let's go through it so we make sure everything is pretty well labeled. It says USB 1, so if you have a USB, it's a connector for the USB. We got our nice handy dandy pry tool. This one is our microphone. I don't think I'll use the microphone. I don't really use the mic to talk to anybody on the phone. I usually just put it on speaker. So we have these two pry tools, which are gonna be super useful here. Got a giant wiring loom. Let's go. This guy is cam, so it's for your camera. I believe one of these is for your extra camera, USB 2. So if you want to do another one, I don't know that I'll do a USB cable. I don't think so. That's up to you if you want to or not. One of the giant ones. Wait, yeah, never mind. There you go. This, I believe this whole thing is one, but it's all labeled, so it's easy. That says camera there. So if you want to hook up your camera, you would hook it up here, boom, and then that to the stereo. So it has your, let me see here, so it has like wiring numbers, and on the instructions it'll tell you which ones are for this is the CAN bus. You got all the connectors here for the stereo, obviously, a radio, sorry. So that one is pretty good. This one is, pretty sure this one's for the, yeah, this is for the emergency light. Since you're relocating it, you're gonna need this one to relocate your emergency light. And then this is another one for all the neat stuff, connectors for different stuff, auxiliary, backup cam. So you do have, it's labeled pretty clear. I know it looks intimidating with all the wires that are here, but if you go one by one, kind of like I'm doing, go one wire, then hook that up, the next, then shouldn't be too crazy. Audio cable, obviously for the audio. I'm not sure what this is. Is this for the, what is it? Yeah, this is for the SD card. Now, if you wanted to put an SD card in this thing, you can. I don't know that I will. I might, just because I have an extra one, and I'll put it in here. And then we got our 4G cable, which obviously I didn't know, but you're not supposed to put this on any metal. You're just supposed to put it on like higher up or exposed to the air if you want really good results. I didn't know that. And this is your GPS. I believe I already have one for my last radio, but the connector might be different. So I'm gonna have to install this one. And I did put this one out in the air so it can give me more accurate GPS tracking. But again, that's up to you. You can put it inside or outside, externally, wherever you want. So let's get to putting this in the car. All right, guys, so first steps is if you have any of this stuff, you're obviously going to lose it. So you're going to want to remove any accessories that you have on here. Okay, now the other side. I don't know, honestly, I don't think, oh, it does. Yeah, it's clipped onto here. So that's why you need to remove this piece. So the tool really does help. Boom. It's just clips. Oh, okay. Let's unplug that. Get this clip out of here. Kind of gotta persuade them to come out. All right. So now we're gonna be removing it. I believe from here. Yeah, I should just be able to pull. Boom. Firm, constant pressure. Light, and she's free. So that's our old one. Easy peasy. I'm just putting all the bolts in the cup holder so I don't lose them. I'm not going to be reusing this clock, so you can technically get rid of them. All right, so we wiped everything down. You want to remove all the old connectors that you can find so you can hook up your new ones. Here is the 4G connector up here, which is where I believe, yeah, there you go. Where? All right, so next we're going to be putting in our redirects. This is pretty flexible, so don't be afraid if you need to bend it and to manipulate it to go in. And it should slip in like that. Just like that. So make sure we're getting in. Let's try this way. There you go. That was actually easier. Best. That's what you should do. This bolt goes in here. Now these are pretty self-explanatory. I would say you want to make sure you're connecting the right ones to the right one. And they're all kind of labeled. So finding the right connectors. The pins are pretty specific, so you just have to find the right pins, and they give you a wiring diagram as well, or a chart. So I believe this one goes in. Boom, goes in like so. Boom. And we're getting stuff done. Hook that up. Goes here. Hello. Hello. Boom. All right, so for the hazardous, you have this adapter. This guy is not soft, so you want to make sure you put some kind of protection over it. So if you lean the screen on it, which you are going to have the screen face down so you can plug everything in, it doesn't get scratched. All right, so now we're going to start hooking all of our wiring harness stuff to the actual stereo. This might feel a little bit overwhelming, but don't be. Take it slow, like I said, and you will be fine. The one straight from Toyota, you have to remove this wiring harness or adapter from the bracket, which is just held down by this clip, and then it goes into the metal with this clip. So you remove it, you hook it on to your pan up. Can't really see much. There you go. You hook it up to your Toyota harness again, because you're gonna need this adapter. Hooks onto this, and that is for your emergency light. These aren't crazy, you just have to follow the instructions. Now what I'm gonna do is just kind of get these wires out of the way, hang the radio so I can test it. There, it's not final. I'm just gonna test to see if everything is functioning how it should be. All right, guys, now that we're all hooked up, the display has been checked, everything is good. We do need to transfer these clips. These are from the wrong piece, but from the radio onto this one so it can clip on there. So now we verified everything turns on, everything works. You can peel off that screen protector, and honestly, I love the way this looks. The screen is actually pretty big. This is the 12.3 and they sell a 15 also. Idoing sent me this, and I absolutely love this unit. With Idoing head unit, I had some user error issues, which you have to calibrate these buttons yourself, volume and in the tune as well. And they walked me through it step by step, sent me videos. And Idoing really did go above and beyond to help me get this thing running perfectly with anything. Their customer service is amazing. The stereo is awesome, super smooth. The updated Android runs really well, flawlessly, no issues, and I'm digging this stereo. It gives the 4Runner an updated look, and I could recommend this thing to anyone looking to update their 4Runner and just have a solid running stereo. Check them out.